I'm Anja Stas. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer of A Room with a Zoo, a place that cherishes and celebrates nature. And today I want to talk to you about light, natural daylight, more importantly. I'm happiest on a sunny day, when I wake up in the morning with the daylight dappling through my bedroom window, opening up the curtains and looking out on a world that is filled with light. These mornings never fail to put a smile on my face and fill me with energy, positive energy and hope and optimism. But I guess I'm like most people, happiest when the sun is out, when daylight nurtures our bodies and minds and produces lots of serotonin, the happy hormone, which is why psychiatrists recommend us to get at least 30 minutes of sunlight per day to prevent depression. Winters are tough here for me in Belgium, not so much because of the snow or the low temperatures, because winters are pretty mild here in that regard, but because of the lack of light. I suffer from these dark months, like many other people. But in fact, I have a medical term for those people who really get depressed and suffer greatly from this seasonal darkness. They have symptoms such as lack of energy, continuously lack of energy, a persistent low mood, loss of pleasure in anything, sleeping longer, difficulty getting up in the morning, craving carbs, gaining weight. It's called S.A.D, a very appropriate acronym for Seasonal Affective Disorder, and it can happen to anyone. We all need natural daylight. Light is life. It guides us. It keeps us awake. It increases our moods, boosts our productivity, and is essential to our overall health. I guess that's why I intuitively cling to the light, always seeking out a place in a room that is closest to the window. And science tells me that that is not so strange. In fact, there are studies that show an increase of productivity of up to 40% when exposed to daylight. What about artificial light? Well, artificial light extends our productivity beyond darkness. It's a great gift. We could not imagine our modern life without it. But artificial light cannot match the natural light and its benefits. Even on a cloudy day, a cloudy, overcast day, outside light produces 10 times the best indoor lighting near a window. And a sunny day can provide up to 1,000 times more light intensity than artificial light. And we must be aware, with our 24-hour lifestyles, thanks or due to artificial light, we can harm our circadian rhythm, the biological clock of our bodies that is controlled by the sun, that influences the production of melatonin, cortisol, and just general alertness. So what do we do with all this information and all this science for our businesses and the meeting industry? Well, we keep building convention centers as bunkers. We keep designing meetings where we keep our delegates inside, while the science is loud and clear on the necessity of natural daylight for our bodies and minds, and on the biological as well as on the psychological effects of light on our general health and well-being. So let's bring in more breaks and design more social programs that stimulate natural daylight consumption. And let's bring in daylight as much as possible into our meetings, into our rooms, choosing venues with skylights and windows. And let's turn down the artificial lighting. It's not always good for our brains, but it's good for the electricity bill and it's good for the environment. It's only when we feel the light outside nurturing us and giving us energy on the inside that we can shine our light forth into the world, to be the best we can be for ourselves, for our teams and for our businesses, to give them the support they deserve and the best ideas we need for the challenging times that we live in. So let's bring in the light, just something to think about.